So, I mean, what do you guys see is the image that's shaping up of Teatro? Tell me what you think. Like, when somebody sees the word in the future, what are they going to think?
Like a big fat middle finger.
Yeah? Why?
Just because, like, that's just what we do. That's just what you've kind of just preached on us. It's just like, don't, like, forget about, like, what everyone else thinks and what's happened in the past. Just do what you know how to do and, like, do it for yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do it for each other, not for this goddamn trophy or anything.
Right. Cool. You guys feel the same way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just think we have like a huge amount of like all of us just taking ownership of it.
Yeah.
Like this, you know, like you always say, this is supposed to be like a once every other weekend thing. I mean, it still is. We rehearse more, but then like we're all pulling subs together during the week to keep stuff going, and like, I mean, there are probably people who look at us and go, "Y'all only rehearse every other weekend?"
Right.
Like I tell people that, and they go, "What?"
It's bridged a lot of gaps in life.
How so?
Like, just the new network of people that like we're around. Like, you know, I know Jordan, I know
Yeah.
Julia. Like, we're much closer. Like, Scott and I are in Teatro and orchestra together, so we spend a lot of time going back and forth between those things. But yeah, just the people in general, it's been an awesome experience.
Yeah.
To get to know everybody.
Yeah, I think for me it's kind of cool because like, I mean, like you, Tyler, Dylan.
Well, we went to high school together.
Well, I mean, but I also like all of y'all have done are already in the Genesis family, so it's kind of cool to finally to be in that group now.
It's good.
Too. Like all of y'all are in the Genesis family. Y'all would always talk about it, and now I'm in that same. Like,
that's cool.
This is my family too.
Yeah,
so
the family of Beads has grown exponentially.
Yeah.
Like with just new people. There's a whole. How many? There's 3 or 4 Genesis vets that are in this
Right, yeah.
ensemble, and everyone else is completely new.
Right.
To Genesis, yeah.
It's a lot of new people.
Cool. I mean, is there not something that sticks out to you that's been like, what's the funniest thing that's happened so far, like, as a
Oh my
group?
gosh, I don't know.
Like, where was a moment when you guys were just laughing your ass off?
Just like
Every time Dan outperforms a rep, and I just look over at the front, and Dan just like. Or like today, you threw that stick, and we like made eye contact in the opener, and then we both looked up. We were like,
I think I got that on video, actually.
Yeah. I think my favorite part is at the end of every rep, I always look over to Drew. So I'm always wondering what he's about to say. Like yesterday, we repped to L, and then you know how like we always rush those 3/4 notes. And he's like, yeah, not so much. And it just,
that's what he said.
it's just so hilarious.
Not that loud.
Yeah, he was like, not slow enough. That's what it is.
That's what. Not slow enough. Dude, you and I both lost it yesterday. Oh my god.
When Jordan tries to get us to play in time, he's just like, yeah, I mean, you can't play in front of the Met or behind it. You have to play with it.
Same thing for me. When I got the call and I was super stoked, I was like, wait, Jordan, James, Drew, all these like badass people that, you know, we've all worked together before or have marched together. Like me and this guy go back to elementary school. What is that, like 50 years now?
Something like that.
Long time. But, you know, I was like, man, that'd be awesome. Start up a group and like have fun with staff. Oh, and teach some cool music and like, you know. So I was like, definitely I'm in.
Right on. That's cool.
Like, have you?
Yeah, I mean, growing up kind of around that,
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of grew up with, like, I knew people who were in gangs, like, legit, you know. And so it's kind of weird, but I kind of knew where, you know, where it comes from.
Right.
And so it is kind of like a big deal, like what our show is about. And it's pretty darn violent.
Yeah.
But it's captivating, though. I think the audiences, like, every audience member I've seen is kind of like, whoa.
Yeah.
You know.
Cool.
Yeah, I think the thing we did at Jenny, the first time we put the visual thing in with Jenny, and the first time I saw it, I was like, wow, like, that's pretty rough, you know.
Yeah.
But, especially working with high school kids all the time, it is a big deal. Like, I have to deal with, you know, kids on multiple levels. Like, I don't feel comfortable with this, or so and so is, you know, like, not comfortable in even like a band setting.
Right.
You know, for like whatever reason. So it is a big deal, and especially coming from the university, I think I've seen both sides.
Yeah.
Like, good gangs versus bad gangs, because most drumlines are cohesive anyway.
Right.
I mean, like, they always hang out, they do everything. I would say that's like a positive form of it.
Okay.
I think we're going after the negative. Yeah, that is.
But we end on a positive.
We end on positive, but the issue that we're talking about is a negative issue. What I'm talking about with, like, high school kids and
Right.
people being pressured like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It happens everywhere.
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest things, and that's what I love about coming to, you know, rehearsals on the weekend. It's not a drag, like, oh man, I gotta wake up. It's like, dude, I get to go rehearse with my friends and then teach some really good people, and it's like, it's just a ton of fun, and we always get better every weekend. But everyone here has a really good attitude. Members on the floor, like, we rehearse really well, and it's just a good environment to be around. But we make change. When we make a change, like, we make that change, and the members grab onto it, and then they do it weekend to weekend. Like, we don't have to revisit things over and over and over. And so I really love the attitude of the members and staff.
Who's next?
That's gotta be one of them right there.
Man, I'd say probably, I don't know, it's a collection of every time we have, like, a certain passage that we don't want to rush or slow down or something, me and Drew will come up with little sayings to go along with the music. Like, I mean, kind of like y'all were saying earlier, but we'll try on the spot, we'll try to come up, let's say the rhythm is, you know, da 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 da, jump jump jump, and we'll say, you don't want to slow it down, or something like that, real goofy. And just every time we'll try to come up with stupid sayings.
A different one?
Yeah, a different one every time.
What's the dumbest one?
Here.
Don't rush this. Slow it down. Hold it back. Like, every time we try to come up with something new, and most of the time it works. Sometimes it
Play
doesn't.
it in the time.
All right, Jordan.
Man. I don't even know.
You don't know?
I think.
Oh, dude.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
We just use so much verbiage in the pit, like different languages, different sayings, different hand signs. It's just like, I don't know, they have this, I don't know where they get these cartoons from, but Dan has these like set of cartoons that he pulls quotes from, and will just say stuff like in between a rep, like that's from that video that I somehow applied, and it made sense. And we just, like, that kind of interaction.
What's the best one?
He goes, "What the hell, Tanya?" That one's pretty funny.